Sheisha Fahamana, La Clahichanish Noheran. All-Ireland Hurling Final Day, the big day for hurling followers. And they've come from far and wide to throng Croke Park on this first Sunday of September in 1965. The senior game to be between Wexford and Tipperary. The minor final between the Munster champions in green from Limerick and the Leinster champions in light blue from Dublin. From early on, it becomes clear that Dublin are the masters. And try as Limerick do, they just cannot bear down on this fine combination that is the Dublin minor team. And when the final whistle has sounded, Dublin are champions for the first time since the 1950s with a score 4 goals and 10 points to Limerick's 2 goals and 7. But if the minor game was entertaining, all thoughts are on the senior match. On Taoiseach, Mr. Sean O'Sheacorn. Agus Octaran na Heran, Eamon de Valera, agus Octaran Common Lua Trasquail, Alf O'Mwithe. So to the pageantry of the pre-match parade. The men from Wexford. Wexford in their purple jerseys with yellow shoulders. Wexford, the side that nobody gave a second thought to at the beginning of the championships, but the side that won in Leinster and qualified for this final against Tipperary, bidding to make Gaelic history, bidding indeed for their 21st All-Ireland title, and of course their rightful back, John Doyle, bidding for his 8th title to equal the record of the mighty Christy Ring. Archbishop Morris is introduced to the referee and the captains and the playing of our national anthem. And referee Mick Hayes sets the sides in motion. Soon the pattern of the game becomes evident. The dash and the enthusiasm of Wexford, the solidarity and the experience of Tipperary. Donny Nealon trying to rush through in the early moments is brought down and the referee awards a free to Tipperary. And who to take it but their captain and sharpshooter, Jimmy Doyle. And so in the first moments of the game, Tipperary have taken the lead by this point. But if they have, Wexford are soon on the attack. And Wexford try very hard against this powerful combination from Munster. Midfield combination there by the Munster men, broken up by Phil Wilson, trying to set Wexford into the attack. But it is the ability to cut through like Mackie McKenna does now and snatch off points that really makes champions. And this goal by Sean McLaughlin is truly a great stroke indeed for Tipperary. These quick scores really set Wexford a problem. But they're not downhearted. They battle hard in their effort to pull down the Munster men. Tom Neville, their captain. Men like Tom and the ever-present Jimmy O'Brien, whose ability to snatch off points like this are vital to Wexford. Here's a chance for a great goal, but it's a wonderful save by Pat Nolan, the Wexford goal at the expense of a 70. Wexford attack again, but one of the strongest opponents of Wexford is Kieran Carey, whose short passes and clever play with Tony Wall so often has turned defence into attack. Theo English from far out the field, a long ball right into the Wexford goal mouth, but this time it's just gone wide. Nothing wide about this point by Wexford's Martin Codd. Enthusiasm and dash by Wexford and the craft of Tipperary. And the ability of Mackie McKenna once again to cut through the Wexford defence. Yes, the combination of solid defence and anxious, effective attack makes Tipperary the clear leaders at half-time. And as the second half start, many people think of games in the past between Tipperary and Wexford. On many occasions, Wexford have come back from being far behind. Can they do it today? That is the big problem. For as this second half starts, they trail by 2 goals and 5 points to Wexford's 6 points. And Wexford lays siege on the Tipperary goal in the early stages of this second half, but they just cannot reap the full rewards. Whereas at the other end, every chance becomes a score as Sean McLaughlin sends over another point. The solidarity of Kieran Carey, Michael Marr and John Doyle in the Tipperary full back line is just too much for Wexford. And an odd miss like that, well, just doesn't help. This combination in defence too, as Michael Marr lets the ball go back to Kieran Carey for an effective Tipperary clearance. Bill Wilson of Wexford soloing his way through. A ball by Ned Wheeler right across the goal mouth and cleared out over the line for Tipperary. If Tipperary are leading, Wexford never cease the fight back. They're content to try, but even though they do try, the ability of Tipperary to pick off points from far out is what really tells. Theo English, one of the star hurlers of Tipperary, sends this one over from the sideline. A truly remarkable and fine stroke. At this stage, truly, the All-Ireland trophy must be going towards Tipperary. But men like Dan Quigley, they just refuse to believe it. Tom Neville, with that grasping hand of his, once more clearing for Wexford to put Wexford into the attack again. But Mick Burns comes for Tipperary to put Tipperary on the offensive. And back come Wexford with yet another point to narrow that ever-yawning gap. But if they do, Tipperary increase the lead once more. The 21st All-Ireland title has for many years been elusive. Today, it looks almost certain now to go to Tipperary. And with the game in its final stages, men like Larry Kiley cutting through in defence to go into the attack make Tipperary the real champions. Nolan watches that one go over the bar. And so as the final whistle sounds, Tipperary are All-Ireland champions with the score 2 goals and 16 points to 10 points for Wexford. A great day for Jimmy Doyle, who a few years ago was a minor of the Tipperary team and now is their victorious captain. Tries Liam Weed plays Tibradara agus le Loch Gorman freshen. A truly great day for Tipperary and for John Doyle, and of course too for the captain Jimmy Doyle of Tipperary.